for the Warhawks of Calhoun Community College. A 5'10" freshman from Harvest, Alabama, number 0, Jemiah Griffin. A 5'5" sophomore from Tuscumbia, Alabama, number 1, Kiara Ricks. A 5'5" sophomore from Bolton, Alabama, number 5, Hannah Davis. A 5'5" freshman from Hanceville, Alabama, number 21, Gabriel Steger. And a 6'2" freshman from Amityville, Alabama, number 23, Jemiah Glover. The Warhawks are led by assistant coaches Rod Bird and Christian Bolden. Your head coach, Candace Bird. Let's meet your starting lineups for the Lions of Wallace State. A 5'4" sophomore from Pisgah, Alabama, number 0, Callie Tinker. A 5'7" freshman from Birmingham, Alabama, number 1, Cameron Sanders. A 5'7" freshman from Jasper, Alabama, number 2, Idasia Mercer. A 6' freshman from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, number 11, Sanaya Gibson. And a 5'8" sophomore from Harvest, Alabama, number 24, Nyla Fuller. The Lions are led by assistant coach Tony West. Your head coach, Joseph Simmons.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Day number 2 of our coverage of the ACCC tournament. Calhoun advancing over a win yesterday. Wallace Hanceville gets here because they are a 2 seed and get a bye. Hi everybody, Robert Williamson, Van Penaway, the legendary coach, alongside to provide all that brilliant analysis. I'm just here for the ride, just to learn, Coach. Calhoun, they played yesterday. Wallace did not. How much of an advantage is that?
Not really, because Wallace had an opportunity, extra day of practice, get some things done, and so they'll be ready to play. And this game features 2 of the top 3 scorers in the Alabama Junior College Association. You got Miss Griffin from Calhoun at 15 a game, and Miss Tinker from Wallace State. So I expect a very energized basketball game. I expect both teams to score a lot of points. Wallace State comes into here averaging 72 points a game, and of course Calhoun likes putting the ball in the basket also.
Well, we already see a little maybe controversy.
Well, that starting lineup, I could tell from the reaction of Calhoun that when they were calling the people, it was the wrong people they were called out on the floor.
Well, you got Griffin, Ricks, Buckner, Stigger, and Glover, according to the lineup provided just prior to the start of the ball game for us. Meanwhile, on the Wallace Hanceville side, it is Tinker, Sanders, Mercer, Tony, and Fuller.
Yep, and Tinker is a lady to watch for them.
Now, do those early distractions, and albeit minor, have no impact on the game?
No. As long as they know as long as the team knows who's going to start and who's playing, I think you're going to be okay. And Wallace for Hanceville coming out in the man-to-man defense.
Stigger's no good. Rebounded by Fuller. Handed over to Sanders. 4 games today. Shouldn't go as late today as it did last night because we don't have that roughly 2.5 hour break between games 2 and 3.
Right, and I'm thankful for that. I just hope we don't have a bunch of overtimes that'll take us into that, because we got an early start on Saturday for championship.
1 o'clock and right at 3:30. And those games, by the way, on Alabama Public TV. Into the corner to Sanders. And she'll knock down the 3.
Yep, that one rolled around for Sanders, and I know she feels good to see that first one go down.
Wallace Hanceville got to the championship a year ago under now UAH coach Sharp. Brand new coach, but same old routine. They're back.
Right. Sign of a good program.
Give it into the corner to Mercer. That is a down low.
That should be a walk.
Sanaya Gibson move.
Yep. That she drug that pivot foot. Officials got it on the spot.
Three-zip early lead.
But during the regular season, on paper, this looks like a mismatch, because Wallace Hanceville won both games. The game in Hanceville was a blowout, much closer game at Calhoun. But nevertheless, they won both games.
Griffin with a miss. Is there any truth to it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a year? I mean, if you're the better team, don't you win every time?
Hey, that is very true. It's always hard to try to beat a team 3 times. Good steal. Good steal, good block. So both teams are coming out, and they're trying to get it done on the defensive end of the floor.
Riggs has it swatted away. Had to wait for that ponytail to swoosh aside to pick up the numbers. Here comes somebody into the ballgame that had a heck of a game yesterday, Victoria Piles.
Oh, yes, yes. Now it's going to be interesting to see if she's still feeling it on this court.
Came into the game averaging 6, had about 19 yesterday.
Yep.
Walked down the floor by Mercer. Back out to Mercer. An open look from long range by Fuller, opted not to take it. Sanders into the paint. And then the perimeter 2 from Fuller. Stigger's trying to track down the rebound.
And she slid the Curly Neal slide.
Yeah. That looked like one of those celebratory soccer slides.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Piles can pick up where she left off yesterday. And by the way, she ended up scoring 23 yesterday.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
I knew she was up there near 20.
Player control foul challenge to Calhoun's number 23.
I guess the biggest performance yesterday, though, was from Cross last night for Lawson State.
Woo. Awesome performance.
31,
awesome.
I think.
Yes. And he just willed his team to a victory last night. He took over that game.
Mercer flicking it down low, and the foul is called against Fuller. She's the recipient. Let's see who the fouler was. We know who the foulee was.
Right. We'll
see. Foul charged to number 23, Jemiah Glover. Second personal, second team foul. At the line for Wallace State, number 24, Nyla Fuller.
Now Glover's already into a little bit of a foul issue with her second.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them. And see, she didn't jump ball side. That left her behind the offensive player, and that's why she got the foul.
5-zip Wallace Hanceville lead. I'm trying to think back to yesterday without the assistance of stats, but teams that jumped out to the early lead, did they win? I know Bishop State did in men's basketball.
Right, but on the women's side, both teams won. Remember, they jumped out and then had to fight at the end to win the games?
So the early start advantageous yesterday.
Right.
Number 0, Jemiah Griffin. First personal, third team.
Jemiah Griffin picking up her first foul.
Right, and see, they're racking up these team fouls. That's going to put Wallace on the free throw line.
Off the glass, rebounded by Griffin. Into the paint, there is the first bucket of the game. Calhoun's Buckner.
Yeah, Buckner got hit in the face yesterday, and that allowed her to get in the game and have the game that she had yesterday.
That's right.
But I would love to see both of them on the floor at the same time.
It seemed like it happened very briefly yesterday, maybe once.
Right.
Buckner capping off the three. Man, some great basketball yesterday. I told Dean Myrick that from our perspective, it was technologically smooth with the exception of 4 seconds.
Yep, big 4 seconds though, big 4 seconds.
That was a huge 4 seconds, and we lost internet. And as a matter of fact, I spoke with A.J. Daughtry, who is the AD at Calhoun, and he was watching the game and was beating his phone like, what's happened? And thought it was OT, was headed this way, and it had been a Bishop State win. Griffin off the glass. Mercer with a board.
Yeah, Wallace is going to push the pace. They want to try to score as many as they can in transition.
Brought down low by Mercer, kicked out to Fuller. Brings it inside.
Good move. They're isolated. They knew that 44 would not be able to stay up with, Urban would not be able to stay. Then you get a steal.
And Fuller with an easy 2. That will prompt a timeout asked for by Calhoun. And they may turn it into a media timeout.
Yes, they have.
So we will take the break as well with 4:52 left in the first. Coach Byrne is conducting class.
Yep, she's got to, because they're not playing with the same fire that they played with yesterday.
Fatigue a factor?
No, I just think they may have it in their mind that they have an uphill battle. See, a lot of times when you lose to a team and the way they lost that first game, that's letting them know that they may not have a shot. So mentally, I think that's what the issue might be with Calhoun right now. But 9-3 lead, plenty of time for them to come back, but they got to get it done. They're coming out of their horn set right now.
Stiggers picking up the dribble, looks towards Buckner. And it's Griffin with it. Asking for it down low, Urban. Shot clock dwindling. Stiggers going, where do I go with it? She's going to have to go up. She does, off the rim.
Like, great defense that time by Wallace from Hanceville. Oh, that's going to be a walk.
And that's a new face on the floor, Ella Collum at Coleman.
Number 4, Victoria Kyle.
Now, this is the lineup I wanted to see. Now you're going to see Buckner and Kyle on the floor at the same time.
Now, is this and Coach Candace Byrne doing like we talked about yesterday? I think it was the Bishop State game where the coach is just looking for that right formula.
Right. You just keep mixing them up until you get a group that clicks. See, Piles is she missed that first shot but got her own rebound and put it back up.
Turns it into a 4-point game out of the corner. Comes Heather Tetro. Handed to Calhoun, launches the three, too strong. Rebounded by
Jump ball.
Riggs. But then a jump ball created by Tetro.
Right, and it'll stay on this end with Wallace. Officials had to make sure that was a reset on the shot clock, and it is.
Down to Fuller to Calhoun. Back down low to Fuller. Got the bucket, drew the foul to Riggs.
See, that's the second time Wallace of Hanceville has run that cut, that center cutter down the middle, and the defensive player is allowing the cut. You got to jump ball sides so that they cannot receive that pass.
First personal, fourth team foul. At the line, shooting one.
Opportunity for Fuller to cap off the three. Well, all tournament long, free throw shooting has not been a forte.
Nope, not at all. And then even in this game, now you're going to give up a foul off of it because you did not get the rebound. And then on top of that, that's their 15th foul.
So nearly a third of the quarter, the other team gets to shoot.
Right. That's going to put Calhoun at the line where on the season, she shot it at 66%.
Coleman, Alabama sophomore. Trying to push it out to a 7-point lead. I mentioned tomorrow's coverage on Alabama Public TV, but we'll have it here as well. And we're bringing in the big dog. James Crenshaw.
Yep.
Working in Atlanta today. Will be here tonight and tomorrow.
Yep, James does a great job.
Foul charge to Wallace State's number one, Cameron Sanders.
Buckner to put it in play. Back into the game goes Mercer. Also Gibson. Calhoun and Sanders coming out. Given to Irvin, looking for first points of the game. Instead, throws it over to Buckner. That'll go out of bounds off of Mercer.
Right, it'll stay on this end. But Irvin, she can't put that ball down. She's putting the ball down on the floor in the crowd. She's got to get that thing, chin it up, and just turn.
Gibson down low, struggling to defend Irvin. Tetro with the rebound. And that'll go out of bounds.
Calhoun's got to get into an offensive rhythm. They don't have any rhythm on their offense, with their offense.
Griffin working it left side. And is Buckner out front. Griffin to Piles. Piles got the look, couldn't get it to fall. Griffin with a board, and she'll get fouled.
Right now Piles is the only one on the offensive end that's being aggressive. Like she drove the baseline that time, she didn't score the basket, but her teammate was able to get that offensive rebound and now go to the free throw line.
Jemiah Griffin from Harvest, Alabama, a freshman.
And she's their lead scorer, and she normally shoots the free throws at a 71% clip.
Got both of those. Fuller getting her first breather. Calhoun coming in.
Replacing number 24, Nyla Fuller.
Glance to the sidelines by Jaden Toney on the trip down. Toney back to Calhoun, sending it down low to Gibson, and she'll throw it into the hands of Griffin.
Right, she was looking for a cutter that time.
Couple of bodies on the floor, and the one wearing a 10 picking up the person.
Right. Yeah, that's the right call. She was still moving.
First personal. At the line, shooting 2 for Wallace Calhoun. Number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
Actually, I don't think that's a shooting foul.
Yeah, it's on the floor.
That was the 4th foul. Got to have 5 to have somebody at the line shooting.
Yes. Good pin. Good seal. Or they're going to call a foul before the shot. But that was a great seal by Irvin. She did what you're supposed to do. Use your feet to get down in the paint. So now you get to the free throw line and you'll get an opportunity for free throws. Jasmine
Irvin probably has a family member or two and friends in tow from right here in Hanceville.
Right. But on the year, she only shoots those free throws at 56%.
Trying to cut the lead to 4. Goes 0 for 2, rebounded by Fuller, who did not stay on the bench long.
Nope, not at all.
Tetro feeding to Mercer. In and out. And it is out of bounds off Mercer.
That I guess Coach Simmons was feeling the momentum slipping away, so that's why he went back with his regular lineup.
Over to Buckner. Down low, what a pass, and what a
Good
finish.
hand, good hand. Great catch by Irvin.
And all of a sudden, a 3-point game. And just like almost every game yesterday, when it feels like one team is being outplayed, you look up at the scoreboard and it's close.
Yep. The early lead means that you had to fight your way back. Good hands that time.
Irvin with a block, but she went down in pain. Slow getting to the other end of the floor.
There's that lady again.
Piled off the mark. Irvin's in pain.
Yep.
Checking in for Calhoun, number 23.
And she is going to come out of the ball game.
Replacing number 44, Jasmine Irvin.
And that's Glover coming back in with those fouls.
She's got 2 fouls already. Fuller working in top side. Drives down low, and Buckner, or from the front side, could have been Glover. They're hoping it was Buckner. And it was. But Buckner's picked up her second.
Right. And they get in foul trouble.
24, Nyla Fuller. Checking in for Wallace State, number 10, Ella Calhoun.
And see, with Buckner and
Gibson.
Styles on the floor at the same time, they cut into this lead.
Trim it down to 3. Fuller 0 for 2. Wrapped up by Stiggers.
Powell.
Put back too strong.
Yeah, see, Powell's has been real active on both ends of the floor.
Out off Griffin. Tinker back into the game for the Lions. Fan to Fuller. That is Mercer shooting the long 2. And we have wrapped up one. 3-point ball game, 10 minutes into the contest. just about all white. Jones County diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Well, there's your athletic brain thrust for Shelton State playing in the next game. To your left, Madonna Thompson. To your right, Kara Crossland, the AD. And in the middle is probably the only unbeaten junior college coach in the country.
What?
Yep. He is either 2 or 3-0.
Oh.
And it's Colin Hardy who's filled in for Madonna Thompson. I think it's maybe 3 times now. And won every one of the games.
All righty. That means she started well.
Air ball on the Glover try. Mercer over to Collum.
Oh, good backdoor cut.
And an easy 2 for Sanders.
Wallace State basket number 1, Cameron Sanders.
Dennis Stiggers bringing it from the right side, top side. Fuller defending. Even to Piles. Stiggers with a miss, long range. Collum grabs it.
Yeah, they've been very patient on the offensive end. Wallace State, they're into a rhythm offensively. Their shots are just not falling.
From the top of the key, Sanders in and out. Rebounded by Glover. And hard tumble by Griffin. Fuller picking up the foul.
Yep. That'll be her
Wallace
second.
State foul, number 24, Nyla Fuller. Second personal, first team foul. At the line for Calhoun, number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
Yeah, so far Griffin has been doing pretty decent.
You knew it was coming, right?
Wow.
One of 2 goes Griffin.
Well, right now Calhoun's got to feel pretty good about where they are. They're still, the game is still close.
Mercer with a drive, banks it, gets the foul too.
Acacia Mercer. Calhoun foul, charged to number 4, Victoria Piles.
So that's the thing about Wallace and Hanceville. They got so many different ways to score the basketball because they got several people that are being aggressive on the offensive end, and they've been that way all season.
Glover to Griffin off the rebound. And you got a Pile walk.
Yep, she wanted that shot before she got the ball.
So it'll be Mercer walking it down the floor for the Lions. Mercer for 2.
Right. They exploit the matchup. They know they have a size advantage, and they run their guards down and they post them up.
Fed over to Griffin. Rebound belonging to Glover.
They're going to call that off. They're going to get a push.
Well, if that's a push, that's on Glover, and that's 3.
Number 23, Jemiah Glover. Third personal.
Well, apparently that ankle's all taped up. Irvin back into the game.
Right, but that's going to hurt them to have Glover sitting on the bench probably for the rest of the half with a third foul.
Tinker working away into the paint. Hand off to Fuller. And there's an offensive.
Right.
That's 2 on Fuller.
Right, well they jumped the route that time, and that's what you have to do. You redirect them, you don't let them cut ball side.
And check that, by the way. That's not 2. That's 3 on Fuller.
Yeah, but Wallace is a whole lot deeper. They can go a lot deeper. Herbert's got her down there if they get her the ball. No, see, now she's off of the block. She needs to get back in there. Now they need to give it to her.
Out of the corner comes Buckner. She'll pull up with the stripe. Trying to crash the board. Sanders with it.
She got lucky on that. They could have called her over the back.
From long range, the 3 is dipped in and out by Emma Stearns.
Calhoun's in the danger zone. They need a basket now.
Off the rim for Griffin.
And they're pushing. They're going to try to score out of transition.
Lions with a chance to double it up, and they do.
And it's danger zone for Calhoun. Bird has to dial up an offense that they're comfortable with.
She's getting ready to send Zoe Gray Martin into the game.
Yep, but before that, they're going to get an offensive foul on Jamil Griffin. Jemiah Griffin.
Second personal. Third team foul.
I do not recall seeing Gray Martin into the game yesterday.
And you are correct. She did not hit the stat sheet.
Well, does that mean you're going deeper into your bench?
She has to. Foul trouble has dictated that she go deep.
Out of the corner comes Collin. And you get an offensive. That'll be called on Stearns.
Charge to Wallace State's number 5, Emma Stearns. First personal, third team foul.
Ten-point Lions lead. Shot over to Piles, puts up the 3. Irvin with a board. That is Griffin for 3. Rebounded by Collin. Mercer with a miss. It'll go out of bounds off Mercer.
But they'll get too deep, too many opportunities that deep in the paint.
Timeout on the floor. Media.
Time for one of those media timeouts, the last of the half. Inside 5 to play. Half number 1, and it's the Lions by 10. Calhoun and the Lions with cheerleaders in tow. And probably, at least at the moment, a matchup that has 2 schools relatively close
yes.
to the Metro Huntsville area.
Yes. 45 minutes away to Hanceville, and of course you about 20 minutes to Calhoun.
And where women's basketball is concerned, the north end of the state represented in the Final Four.
Oh, yes.
Shelton State lost and stayed in these two. Over the head of Coach Byrne and out of bounds.
Yep, that was Stearns that time that couldn't handle that pass.
Jeff Lamp coming up at halftime. He is part of the promotional department with Hanceville and Madison County. Piles from the corner off on the three.
They got numbers.
That is Tetro stepping out prior to the shot.
She did a good job of sprinting to her spot. She took that step back to get up under it. Stepped on the sideline.
Piles down low to Urban.
Yep. She gets it that deep. It's Katie Baudador.
And it's 5 in the game for Urban. Into the paint, Sanders. And Griffin will get a hand on Sanders.
And that's probably going to be her third foul.
And you got Candace Byrne turning around looking at a bench going, okay, where do I go? That is 3 on Griffin.
Right. Yeah, they're getting in a world of trouble.
Looks like Jalen Turner getting set to come into the game.
Wait a minute now. If it was 2 shots, the sub should have been allowed to come in. Because if she missed this, like now, the sub can't come in the game. They missed that one.
Coach, we're going to have to get you to put together a little clinic prior to the day's basketball games.
Good pass.
Great hands,
Urban. But your problem is you still got Griffin on the floor. She can pick up. Oh, now they got a dead ball. You can get her out of there now.
Well, and then the other problem, even with her coming out of the game, is that the rest of the game, you still got to deal with these foul problems.
Right. That's the hole that they're digging themselves in by fouling so much.
Mercer with a glance to head coach Joseph Simmons. Then works it into the paint. Stearns gets fouled. And it was Gray Martin that did it.
Calhoun foul charged to number 32, Zoe Gray Martin. First personal, 5th team foul.
Tetro out of the game. Back in is Jaden Toney for the Lions. .304 left before halftime. And Gray Martin has picked up another foul.
Yeah, that's off of the free throw. They're going to count the basket.
Basket counts.
Quick reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Zoe Gray
I don't know
Martin.
how many we picked up yesterday, but we'll take more. Trying to grow the community, get it bigger, get more amenities when the city is bigger. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. That was a successful trip to the line. Or maybe more appropriately, trips, as in plural. And it's Stiggers, by the way, that came back into the game. I said Turner, but the ponytail blocked the one. Stiggers with a shot. Rebounded by Calhoun. Mercer gets bumped. And the bumper was Ricks.
Yeah, as they continue to foul, this lead will just increase.
Second personal.
That is the second on Ricks.
At the line for Wallace State, number 2, Idasia Mercer.
Yeah, Calhoun came into this game with a long bench. They're going to need it to finish this game.
Rebounded by Gray Martin, and then Stiggers couldn't hang on.
Yeah, right now Calhoun's got to regroup. They got to regroup. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first half.
Callie Tinker.
They're going to get a legal screen on that one.
And you got an injured Ricks. She goes down in pain.
Yeah, their knees collided.
Foul charge to Wallace State's number 10, Ella Calhoun.
It'll be Ella Calhoun picking up the foul.
And see with injuries and foul situations, Calhoun is not getting a normal lineup on the floor. She's having to piece and match just to get a group that flows on the floor.
Aisha Jackson into the game with Ricks out.
That's one constant right there on the block, though.
Too high off the glass, rebounded by Piles.
Yep.
Calhoun basket number 4, Victoria Piles.
Piles has got to summon some of that magic from yesterday.
Stearns for 3. It's an air ball. Saved back onto the floor by Sanders, but into the hands of Irvin.
Piles
able to get the rebound. Jackson to Stiggers. Ray Martin to Irvin.
Right. Good move. Good pass. Good recognition.
Give it to Column. She'll shoot the 3. Rebounded by Sanders. Column says, let me try again. Tipped out of bounds by Mercer.
See, Martin's not used to being on the floor this long. She's winded.
That is Jackson top side. Give goes to Piles. Gray Martin. And that'll be a Column blocking foul.
Right, good drive by Martin.
Foul charge to Wallace State.
Well, I know they're down by 7, could trim it to 5, but I would think if you're Calhoun, all in all.
Right, with the foul situations and the injuries, yes, you'd be very happy. See, speaking of injuries, for Calhoun, you got two young ladies over there with the trainer, off to the side. So not only do they have foul trouble, they got people that have injuries also.
Rebounded by Stearns, and now you got the 3rd foul on Gray Martin. No, that'll be on Piles.
Foul charge to Calhoun's number 4, Victoria Piles.
And it is 2 on Piles.
Second personal. At the line for Calhoun, for Wallace State, number 5, Emma Stearns.
Yeah, Stern has another chance at this free throw line.
Freshman from Mountain Brook. Piles bringing it down the floor. Stingers to Gray Martin. Rebounded by Sanders.
So Calhoun will probably, Wallace will probably back it out and go for the last shot.
Tony feeding to Sanders, and Sanders for 2. And that has got us to halftime, a 10-point lead for the Lions. Coach, your thoughts on half number 1?
Well, Wallace, Hanceville, they're showing why they're the number 2 seed. Calhoun got into early foul trouble, and I think the fact that they've lost to Wallace twice this year, I think that's gotten into their heads. So they've got to go in that locker room, and they got to do a reset and just come out and play.
10-point lead at the half. That's not an insurmountable lead.
Correct.
So all in all, considering all the foul issues, the injuries for Calhoun, are they still sitting in a decent spot?
They're in a very decent spot. All they got to do is just reset and come out and be focused in the third quarter. Offensively, they can get some things done if they get their regular group back on the floor.
It is halftime. Our halftime guest, Joel Lamp, coming up. Great to have with us for a sit-down Joel Lamp, who is the Sports Development Manager with the Huntsville-Madison County Convention Visitors Bureau. I think I got all of that. Maybe not quite in the right order, but I think I got it all in there, Joel.
It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful, but thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
It is a delight to have you aboard. Sports is huge. From the standpoint of economic development for a community, for a county, for a state. And obviously Huntsville realizes that.
The great thing about sports is you got a different way to tell your story. And so we're excited to, branch out and do a lot of different things. We're going to be the basketball capital of Alabama for a couple weeks here with the State Junior College Championship this weekend at UAH. And then next week we have the Conference USA Basketball Championship at the Von Braun Center. So a lot of basketball. And then last night we had UAH playing their quarterfinal game in their tournament. So it's been the next 10 days of basketball are packed here in Huntsville.
And obviously it's a pleasure to be a part of that. And it's a pleasure for the junior college system to be in Huntsville. And you have been great hosts. Where sports is concerned, obviously we love sports for the game, but really from an economic perspective, though there's nothing that is completely isolated from a good or bad economy, sports does seem to be one of those that maybe doesn't take as much of a hit when things are down elsewhere.
One of the things we've talked a lot about nationwide in the sports tourism industry is the fact that during COVID, sports was the first thing that came back. And sports is kind of that one thing that will always be there. You can always count on it. You've got moms and dads who are not going to give their kids that experience. And so from our standpoint here in Hanceville, we've got a great baseline of youth events, and that's the bedrock foundation of what we do from a sports tourism standpoint. We want to bring all these kids in and have their parents experience Hanceville and realize how great of a place it is to live, work, and play. And so with that kind of the baseline, then we're able to start adding a little piece and a little piece on top of it, whether it's the basketball tournaments we've got coming up. We've got some golf tournaments later this year. Soccer is a huge opportunity for us. And then we found that there are some riches and niches. And we found some really cool niche opportunities for us with cross country. We've built, turned our old municipal golf course, which was hemorrhaging money, into a world-class cross-country complex. And we're going to run 12 events this fall that are going to bring in close to $8 million in economic impact to our community. And which is hard to believe that a cross-country race can do that, but you get so many kids, and we've developed such a strong reputation in that sport. And these are dollars coming in to our community that are bolstering our budgets and being able to generate more tax revenue. So that way we're able to invest those dollars back into the community.
So are you saying too, when I think of Huntsville, I think of space, but there's kind of a hand-in-hand relationship with sports and space. You get them here for sports, they go check out space.
We've talked a little bit more about this locally the last couple of weeks. Is we've cornered the market on space. If you're anywhere near the space program or in that world, you know where Huntsville is. You know what they do. You know our place in that ecosystem. From a sports standpoint, our job is kind of really to tell Huntsville's story in a completely different way and introduce people to Huntsville who have no idea that Huntsville is the largest city in the state of Alabama. It's the home of the space program. All those little tidbits that the space people have grown to know and accept, that's not widely known outside of that world. And so our job is really, let's find these events where they create a massive economic impact. They improve the quality of life in Huntsville, and they have an additional marketing opportunity for us to tell the Huntsville story in a different way.
Tell us about the relationship with the Trash Pandas, because I think the Bay Bears they moved north. They became the Trash Pandas. Yep. And at least from an outsider's viewpoint, hearing information and seeing pictures, that relationship is going very well.
The Trash Pandas are a great partner. Located in Madison, just outside the city limits of Hanceville. They have built a phenomenal ballpark, and the Trash Pandas have fully embraced the fan experience. You're not necessarily there to watch them win or lose, but you're gonna go have a good time no matter what happens on the field. And the good thing is with the Angels farm system, you're going to see somebody that's either going up real quick or they're going down real quick. There's not a lot in between. But they've been phenomenal partners with us on doing events as well. We had a college football game there 2 years ago. We barely fit the field into the dimensions of the ballpark. But they have embraced the insanity of hey, what can we do in the ballpark? And so 2 weeks ago, we hosted the Rocket City Softball Showcase presented by PNC, turning the baseball field into a softball field. And so we had 5 SEC teams roll through, 4 SEC teams roll through Hanceville and Madison for a week, and a truly amazing experience. Phenomenal job by their grounds crew, turning that venue into the premier softball experience in the country. It was really a cool event. And it was also cold because we scheduled it during the worst week of February.
Well, okay, now you piqued my interest in regards to the football. It happened a couple of years ago. Who played, and will it happen again?
We had UNA play Jacksonville State, and so the cool thing about it was we played in one direction. We missed the safety margin for both end zones by 5 feet. And so we shifted the one end zone that the teams didn't score in down a little bit closer. And so we would kick off, go put the ball down at the other end of the field. They drive towards the first base dugout, score or punt, and then we take the ball, go back and do it all over again. And so I was really hoping, the funny thing was we had to put both sets of goalposts up. And we were really hoping we'd get a defensive touchdown so somebody would go score in the end zone that we couldn't use. Mm-hmm. And then we'd have somebody kick an extra point out and like to Jay Alexander's restaurant out behind left field. So it was a really fun, unique event, turning the ballpark into a football stadium.
2 questions in regards to what's coming up. What is coming up soon, like say maybe this summer, this year? And then what do you see that lies 3-5 years down the road for the sports program there?
We've got a packed 2025. This is there are certain days I walk in, I'm like, what did I do with the schedule? I should have. This looked really good when we got it, and now it's like, oh dear Barbara, what have we walked into? So we got the basketball tournaments coming up this week, next week. We've got Major League Fishing's Red Crest, which is their version of Bassmasters. We're hosting that the first weekend in April at the Von Braun Center. That'll take over all of downtown. Then later this summer, we've got our USA Track and Field Masters National Outdoor Championship. So athletes that are ages 30 and up will compete in all the age categories, events, everything for 4 days. And so the school board has made a really big investment in the Milton Frank Stadium to be a track facility, a big time track facility. And so this is our first foray into the track world in a big way. And so we're excited to bring more than 1,000 competitors in July for that event. And then we're doing a lot of cross-country stuff. We're working right now. We're working on the opportunity to create a night cross-country race, and we've done every sort of race possible at the cross-country complex. We haven't done one at night, and so we're working on a plan right now to finalize being able to race at night and have the course lit up. To the second part of your question, what's 3-5 years down the road? 2027 is a kind of the big year where our whole plan is kind of really led up to. We're hoping to have a return of a conference basketball tournament in March, a major softball event in May, come back in June with the World Amateur Disc Golf Championship. Huntsville's got a long history in the world of disc golf, and so we're restarting that tradition with the World Amateur Championship in 27. And then we're looking at a major college soccer kickoff event for August, come back in November. And this is where our November is going to be absolutely crazy. We will have a beach volleyball national championship first weekend in November. We'll have the Division I cross country regionals. We'll have the Division II cross country national championship, and then we'll come back just to top it off. We'll have the Division II men's and women's soccer Final Four. So 2027 is almost booked up for us. So it's a lot of work has gotten us to this point, but it is really exciting to get all this momentum really rolling.
Joel Lamb, the sports development manager with the Hanceville, Madison County Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's been great to have you with us. It sounds like it's obviously not just space, it's sports too in Hanceville. We appreciate you talking with us, and we look forward to another chat soon.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
We get ready for half number 2 in a 29-19 game. Coach, what's the routine if you are the Lions and staying ahead, and if you are the Warhawks and coming from behind?
Well, if you're the Lions, you got to keep doing the same things you're doing and hope that you can get your leading scorer off the snide, because right now your leading scorer has not scored in this basketball game. And that's 16 points that you're used to getting on the floor. And if you're the Lions, you got to be able to score baskets. You're 0 for 9 from the 3. Defensively, you're doing pretty good because you held their top scorer to 0 points. But you got to get some offense going, and that's the way you do it by letting Piles get started. So you got to score the basketball.
In looking at those stats, anything in particular that really stood out?
Well, yeah, the fact that Calhoun is on, the goose egg on the threes, and as a team, you're only shooting, 21% from the floor. You're not going to beat very many teams when you only shoot 21%.
29-21 game, half number 2.
Doing a good job of managing the basketball. You only have 6 turnovers, but you got to find a way to put that thing in the basket.
A berth in the state championship at stake, as it is behind Piles.
Right, and you can't have unforced turnovers.
But all in all, when you look at that 21% shooting from the floor, the
only trail by 8.
Yep, the zip from behind the arc, but yeah, it's an 8-point game. I noticed, by the way, that Glover with 3 is not on the floor. Griffin with 3 isn't on the floor.
Right. They're trying to save those fouls. This is basically the group they ended the half.
And looking over to the sidelines, I'm not sure Griffin's coming back. She is over more so towards the trainer than the bench.
Yeah, that is true. I see that now.
Giving down low to Gray Martin, who's playing with 3. Irvin the rebound, trying to bank it. How about a second try?
Right. She did everything. She did everything right on that play except one thing. She brought it back down to the floor.
To number 11, Sanaya Gibson. Third personal, first team foul. At the line for Calhoun, number 44, Jasmine.
And the Lions with some foul issues of their own. They got Fuller with 3. They've now got Gibson with 3.
Yeah, but they got better contributions off of their bench because what you got to realize, with Tinker not even scoring the basketball, you still got 9 points from Sanders. You got 8 points from Fuller. You got 7 points from Mercer. So there are other, and then Stearns came off the bench and scored 4. So you got other people that are contributing.
There haven't been many, but all second half points belonging to the Warhawks.
Right, and they get a turnover.
Irvin with the loose ball. Gives it over to Buckner. Handoff given to Piles. Piles looking the right side. Tucked in on the hip. Drew the foul. Got the bucket.
Calhoun basket, number 4, Victoria Piles. And 1.
You mark my word, if this freshman continues to develop, she's going to be something special next year.
She ain't too shabby this year.
Right.
Irvin with the putback. Gray Martin the putback. Neither could do it successfully. Mercer with it. Gives it to Fuller on the other end. And she'll hit the bucket.
Right, Mercer was not going to be denied on that one.
Number 24, Nyla Fuller.
Fuller, is not going to be denied on that one.
First Lions second half points. Buckner giving to Piles. Calhoun, which hit about 26% of their threes in the regular season, yet to hit one from beyond the arc. Fuller with a rebound. Off the glass and rim, Gibson trying to track it down. And that apparently will go off of Stiggers.
Right, the Calhoun bench wanted that.
Well, here's your first gamble.
Yep.
Glover coming back in. Sanders for 2.
Number 1, Cameron Sanders.
See, Calhoun was not ready for the out-of-bounds play. They weren't even set.
Buckner with the drive, rebounded by Fuller. Floated to the glass by Tinker. Tinker with a miss. And we've got a Calhoun timeout.
Media timeout.
And it has been turned into a 60 and media timeout with 6:02 to play in the third. Coach, that is not a happy face on Joseph Smith. He's got Simmons. He's got the lead by 9, but
Right, but he sees that his team is not playing well. You know, despite the lead, when you look at it, they have not been very successful after the half. Right now, they're being outplayed by Calhoun.
Lead had been trimmed to 5. It is back now to 9. It was 10 at the half. Glover playing with 3 to Piles.
And they're respecting Irvin to death because they're double teaming her. She got that off and did not hit the rim. Yeah, they're fronting her and they're sending a double team at her.
Five and a half to play in the third. Stolen away by Glover. Gives to Piles.
She's got to attack.
She will, and she'll draw the foul. That'll be Mercer guilty.
Wallace State foul charged to number 2, Idacia Mercer. First personal.
That is her first
Third
personal.
Team foul. At the line for Calhoun, number 4, Victoria Piles.
Soft touch, and she got that one. Piles is going to be the key for Calhoun if they're going to get back in this game.
How many first half points did she have?
She only had 4 in the first half.
One of 2, Fuller with a rebound. Give it over to Mercer. First of 2 women's semifinals, Shelton State and Lawson State coming up.
Wow.
Tetro for 3.
It's a good shot.
Number 35, Heather Tetro.
Pushes that lead out to 11, biggest of the ball game for the Lions.
And now they're pushing the ball, trying to get something out of transition.
And hey, that was Griffin on the floor. Looked like she may not get back into the game. Sitting over in sick bay, but when it's crunch time, you bring whomever and whenever and however.
Yeah, but you can see she's coming off the floor. She's hobbling.
Not 100%, that is for sure. 4:22 to play in the third.
There you go.
A.J. Daughtry did not think we would find him. He's situated with the commissioner there at the end of the hallway.
Yep.
We did, though. We were on a mission. He's the AD at Calhoun. Former softball coach at Wallace Hanceville, by the way.
Very successful.
Yep. And to be perfectly honest, I thought when he went to UAB, I mean, you're into a D1 softball scenario that would be it. But no, he came back to Calhoun as the athletic director. Over to Tetro. Rebounded by Buckner.
think you can tell that Griffin is not herself because she missed that bunny, and normally she would put those down.
Paying 10.
Calhoun basket by number 23, Jemiah
That is
Glover.
Glover. Sanders out front to Mercer, given to Tetro. Outside of the arc to a wide open Sanders, off the rim. Rebounded by Buckner.
Buckner needs to find Powell.
Tetro nearly took it away. Over it goes to Piles.
Good pass.
Off the glass and good for Glover.
Calhoun basket number 23, Jemiah Glover.
They're trying to climb that mountain. They're getting a little closer to the top.
Within 7, inside 3. Stolen away. And it's Ricks. It'll be tipped out of bounds by Mercer.
Right. Good job by Mercer. She didn't give up on the play after the turnover. Now she gives her team an opportunity to defend with all 5 players instead of a breakaway.
Out front to Griffin. And it'll be Sanders charged with a foul. She and Griffin were battling.
Wallace State foul, charged to number 1, Cameron Sanders.
That's a third.
Third personal, 4th team foul.
In play to Griffin to Piles.
Oh,
Overshoots Griffin.
and she was there that time. See, when you're trying to climb the mountain, mistakes like that will hurt. You got to take advantage of every opportunity.
Sanders underhands to Tetro. Mercer out on the right side. Rattled it in.
Wallace State basket number 2, Anasia Mercer.
Buckner will back it out as we get inside 2 to go in the third. Fuller with the rebound. Sanders to Mercer.
Yeah. They don't get Buckner that time.
Calhoun foul, charged to number 10.
The third on Buckner. Piles coming out and Stiggers in for Calhoun. Buckner will leave and Gray Martin will come in. There are 4 spots reserved tomorrow, and one of these 2 trying to punch their ticket.
And they're going to get Martin on that. She moved
Calhoun
over.
foul, charged to number 32, Zoe Gray Martin. Third personal, second team foul.
So they're going to call that a
At the
shooting
line for
foul.
Wallace State, Cameron Sanders.
Sanders, pretty good free throw shooters on the season, 73%.
Sanders, a freshman from Birmingham. 1 of 2, Gray Martin with it. And a kick.
Checking in for Wallace State, number 23, Jaden Tony.
Calhoun ball
And
put in
number
play
10,
from the baseline
Hall.
column into the game. Out will go Sanders, also Gibson leaving the game. And back in is Jaden Tony. Stiggers down to Griffin. Griffin off the glass.
Good, strong post
Calhoun
move that
basket
time.
number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
But now you got to string together a couple of stops. And they're going to try to do it out of this 2-3 zone.
Over to Tetro. She'll put up the three. Off the rim, rebounded by Gray Martin.
It's their opportunity to close the gap.
And it's Gray Martin for three, and she'll launch an air ball.
Yeah, I don't think that's in her wheelhouse, the way that shot came off her hand.
Give it over to Tetro. Whips it to Mercer. That is Tony for three.
Wallace from number 23, Tony.
Give it to Ricks, top side to Griffin. She'll drive, put it up. And that will end quarter number three.
Your score after 3 quarters, Calhoun 31.
We head into the fourth.
42.
And it is the Lions by 11.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Could be members of the Calhoun basketball team, the men's team.
Oh, yes. I think they came out to support the ladies.
Well, what a game they had last night against Bishop State.
Oh, yes. But there's only 10 minutes left in somebody's season.
Lions the 2 seed. Or Calhoun. Winner of this one's got the winner of Lawson State and Shelton State. That game coming up. Can Lawson State pull off the upset, knock off the perennial power Shelton State? That will happen in the game that follows. Stiggers back out front to Griffin. From the elbow, banks it.
Calhoun basket number 0.
You know what I mean? The third quarter was kind of a nutshell of the game for Calhoun.
Right.
In that they didn't make up a lot of ground, but they're still in the game.
Right. They played better in the third quarter.
Able to come up with the steal. Ricks, and coming up with the steal is Tony. Got a 9-point game.
They're going to get a call that time for running through that screen.
Calhoun foul charged to number 32, Zoe Gray
And it's
Martin.
going to be Gray Martin picking up her fourth.
First team foul. Checking in. for
Urban,
Calhoun,
Buckner, and
number
Piles.
10, Farrah
All
Buckner.
into the game for
Number
Calhoun.
44, Jasmine Urban. And number 4, Victoria Piles.
Yep. Now they've got to get a stop. Try to build some momentum on the offensive end.
Give it over to Tetro.
One pass too many. Picho should have taken that shot. So now you got the stop. Calhoun got the stop they were looking for. They got to capitalize on this end of the floor.
And it's Piles bringing it baseline, a little bit short. Rebounded by Tony. Run out front by Mercer. Tony with a drive. And that'll be a foul on Piles.
Calhoun foul charge to number 4, Victoria Piles. Third personal, second team foul.
It's going to put Tony at the free throw line where on the season she shoots it at a 70% clip.
At the line for Wallace State, number 23, Jaden Tony.
Oh for 2, rebounded by Buckner. Griffin to Piles. From outside of the paint, airball, Tony with it. And it's Fuller driving and hitting 2. It's an 11-point Lions lead.
Right, every time you think Calhoun's going to get back in it, Wallace has an answer.
Give it into the corner to Piles, dumps it down low to Irvin. Irvin banks it.
Right, when she gets it that deep, she's tough to deal with.
Sanders to Tetro. Tony giving it in the corner. Sanders working her way into the paint. And it's Mercer for 3. Rims it.
And the littlest person on the floor comes up with the rebound.
Tony's got it after the Tetro rebound.
Yep.
Tony with Buckner in tow loses it. Loose ball, Piles able to swing it over to Griffin. She'll lay it up and in. It's a 7-point game.
Right. Coach says that's enough. Coach Simmons says let's talk about it, ladies.
6:14 to play.
And they're going to turn it into a media.
So we'll take the break as well. Last media timeout of the game. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catches shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. No, we've been talking about the health of Griffin. As soon as she went to the bench, went to the far side, and the trainer working on, I think it is a calf muscle, if I'm seeing correctly.
Right, she's got a little gimp in her giddy up.
Now let's see if we can get a coach. You tell me if I can get a picture of that device he's carrying. Well, he's apparently laid it down. There it is. But it is a device that's got a little claw on it.
Yeah, that's a massager.
Is that typically for the calf?
Yes.
Give it into the corner to Sanders. Rebounded by Glover, who came into the game with 3 personals at the 6:38 mark in the third and hasn't picked up her 4th. That'll be charged to Riggs.
Charged to number 1, Cameron Sanders.
Yeah, they got Sanders with putting both of her hands. You can't. They're gonna call that most of the time when you use 2 hands.
Yep, I think that's Sanders, not Riggs. Riggs dons 1 for Calhoun. And Sanders, numero uno for the Lions. 7-point game. Buckner trying to swing it down to Irvin.
Yeah, they're trying to get Irvin on that lower block.
Checking in for Calhoun, number 1, Kiara Riggs.
But in order for that to work, she has to be deeper. She's got to have at least 1 foot in the paint. If she doesn't have 1 foot in the paint, I would not give it to her. She's most effective when she's got a foot in the paint.
Clever didn't know she was coming out of the game when Ricks walked onto the floor. She thought they were summoning her to another defensive spot. Almost had to be yanked off the floor.
Right.
Rebounded by Gibson.
Yep. Another miss bunny.
Topside, Mercer with it, 5 to play. Puts it up from the elbow and drops it in.
Wallace State, basket number 2, Idacia Mercer.
Having a tough time getting into this lead because you're not stringing together enough stops. Back. They should have gone back to her that time.
That is Stiggers off the rim with the 3 try. Irvin's got it.
Irvin.
That's going to be an Irvin foul.
Yeah, she was a little frustrated after she missed that shot.
Jasmine Irvin. First personal, first team foul.
Hard to believe as long as Irvin has been in the game and where she's playing and
One
how
foul.
she's battling. Yeah. Over it goes to Column.
Crucial spot for Calhoun this time. They need to stop.
Into the corner to Column. Sending it down low. Irvin the steal. Working to the left side. And the Column foul prior to the shot.
Foul charge to Wallace State number 10.
Well, they say she was in the act.
Personal,
Apparently was.
second team foul.
Don't put Griffin at the line. But now that's 4 fouls on Calhoun.
At the line for Calhoun, number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
So that's what Coach is talking to him now. Why is she on the free throw line? When they foul her going at the free throw line.
I didn't think she was in the act of shooting.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Into the corner to Column. Launches the 3 off the rim. Piles with the rebound. Blocked out of bounds by Mercer.
This is where Calhoun has to make their move. With 3:35 up left on the clock.
Piles for 3, short. Rebounded by Buckner. Wow, that looked like Irvin was out of bounds when she threw it back onto the floor, but apparently not.
Yep, I think she did not put the other foot down. She had one up in the air.
That is agility.
Yes.
Fuller to Mercer. And too low and out of bounds, trying to get it to Gibson.
See, second time now on the offensive end, Calhoun has to convert this trip down the floor.
Fed down to Irvin. Irvin short. Rebounded by Ricks. That is Griffin for 3. Irvin had it, lost it. Gibson's got it, jump ball.
Jump ball.
And the possession arrow takes us to the other end.
Right. I think Calhoun's got to pick up the pressure. They're doing it now. Yeah, they got, with 2:39, you got to pressure these people in order to try to get a turnover or speed them up to the point where they do something they're not used to doing.
Tinker to put it in play. That'll go out of bounds off of Griffin.
Right in front of the Calhoun bench, and they all wanted that one to go the other way.
Timeout on the floor.
Timeout on the floor.
30 seconds. Timeout.
2:32 to go in a 46-39 game.
Now, see, Rod, this is where the rule should be in play. You had 10 seconds to advance that basketball. They should still have the remaining time to get it across half court.
But they don't?
Yeah, you cheat your defense when you don't have that in. I'm not sure about the women's game. I know they ended up putting it in for the men.
So we shall see as they will bring it in front of the Calhoun bench.
See, with my calculations, they only got 2 seconds to advance the ball.
Well, and I think they're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that's why they made that first pass across.
And now Coach Simmons going, let's stretch it out.
Yep. Oh, he's going to milk the clock. Yeah, he wants to milk the clock.
Fuller from the stripe.
Good offensive set.
Fuller.
Out front to Buckner. On the other end of the floor, you don't have the luxury of using 30 seconds. But they're going to use a lot of it. Air ball and Mercer on the receiving end.
Right, they've got to come up. They got to come up and get them now.
Give it to Gibson. Rejected by Irvin, but Fuller with it. Griffin on the other end, fouled by Mercer.
Yeah, that's the one thing you want to do. You don't want to do if you're the Lions. That's to foul and stop the clock.
Second personal.
You want that clock to run. Your clock is your best friend right now.
For Calhoun, number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
Eight-point deficit, 1:08 to play.
Second game for Wallace State, number 23.
It is a 7-point game.
Tony.
So now you got to do it on the defensive end. You need to force a turnover.
If you don't you have to foul?
Yes, you have to foul. And see, they're 2 fouls away from being in the bonus. So you got to go ahead and foul. You got to go ahead and foul. You got to try to extend the game. But you can't let them. If they're going to run the clock, it serves you no purpose. You'll never get back in this game.
And no need to foul now.
Yeah. But they get the turnover. But look how much time they took. They lost 27 seconds.
Yep. And right now, of course, Lions would like points, but I think if they had to choose one or the other, they'd take time off the clock.
They did the right thing. The Lions did the right thing. Griffin.
Rebounded by Gibson.
Yeah, see, that's nothing. That's just the 4th team foul.
So it is non-shooting.
Charge to number 0, Jeremiah Griffin. 4th personal, 4th team foul.
That's why on that other possession, you had to go ahead and foul.
Yeah, it's almost pointless on this one.
Yeah. Well, they're just going to play it out then, I guess.
Lions are going to win it.
Yeah.
They will advance to the championship. Lawson State or Shelton State, their opponent. .6 of a second remain. And it'll be put in play, and the ball game will end. The season ends for the Warhawks.
And the Lions have to be very, very happy because their leading scorer did not have a normal game tonight, and they still win the game. They win it by 7. And at this point in the season, you want to survive and advance.
And advancing is Wallace Hanceville. 2 more teams trying to take on Wallace Hanceville tomorrow. They meet next. Shelton State and Lawson State. Coach will get ready for that one and wrap this one up. Thanks so much for watching. Game number 2 of our quadruple header. 20 minutes away on JockJive.